Hello there! Welcome to Disney Dreamlight Valley, first Reddit review of the update. I'm really curious to see what people are up to, and since people have been really upset about the spoilers, I'm gonna say it right now. There might be spoilers in this video. Too much complaining. Wait, really? There's been complaining about this update? Is it just me or is everyone seemingly unhappy? You guys ask for more content, and the second it's released, the sub is flooded with I hate the star path, Scramble Coin sucks, I can't move houses, character changes aren't good enough, Scrooge's shop. Wait, who can complain about star path? It's amazing! It's the best star path we ever had. Also, Scramble Coin sucks? Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Scramble Coin is the best thing that happened to this update. After time bending, probably. I can't move houses. But you can. Character changes aren't good enough. What changes? Scrooge's shop. Okay, I will give you that one. Let me also add in the people who complete the star path in 5 minutes and then they say there's nothing to do. Oh god. Oh no. I thought the Reddit was gonna be a good place after the update. Everybody would be hyped and happy. I guess not. I'll probably get downvoted, but it is what it is. You guys are never happy. Well, it's safe to say you did not get downvoted. You got 1.3 thousand. It's the most upvoted post this week. So I'm glad that people do not agree with this. They're upvoting by not agreeing, but still 14% of people downvoted this. So it seems like there's a lot of, like, even if there is 14% people that are that mad about the update that they went and downvoted this post, like you have to be absolutely hating the update to downvote this post. It's still disheartening to me that there's 14% of people that are so unsatisfied with the update. I don't understand. The only weak point of the update, in my opinion, is the multiplayer. But I don't even hate it. I'm just saying that it's a good start. There's a lot of things that can improve. But there's just so many other things that it's really hard to get upset about anything, to be honest. Anyway, let's continue. Let's see how many more complaints we're gonna find. You want anxiety? I haven't done a single quest for Scrooge McDuck since the beginning of the game. This is what it looks like when speaking to him. Why wouldn't you do his quests? They're so easy. Most of them are just place 10 furniture items inside. I mean, unless you just started playing, I guess that would make sense. But you just need to place 10 furniture items in all the biomes, and half of these quests will go away. That is crazy. That is definitely anxiety. The furniture menu no longer yeets you back to the top after placing an item. A feature I know I'm super happy about. And so is literally everybody. Let's celebrate. I hate this so much. Oh, let's go. We got somebody who hates something. I know that running to the internet to complain about changes is what update days are all about, regardless of the game. This is a special kind of pain. Okay, this is... You got my attention. My brain cannot have that little red notification dot there. Doesn't matter if it's a game, text message, Facebook, whatever. If there is one of those little here's a new thing dots, I have to make it go away. I have, without hyperbole, spent hours of my life hunting through lists and games trying to make them all go away. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I don't relate to that whatsoever. I'm kind of person who has 10,000 unopened emails. And when I open my email, I just don't care. I just don't open my emails. And I never care about red dots. But I see your point. And it should be possible to remove the red dot if you actually don't have anything new. So let's see if it's actually the issue. Used to be you just scroll over the header and it would go away. Now you have to physically scroll over each item to clear them. I can't find this missing item and now I can't progress because my brain won't let it go. I only have 3 articles of closing in Turn the Aisle section and none of them are marked. I've been standing outside of the castle with Merlin for half an hour trying to clear it, but it won't go away. Okay, that is messed up. It has to go away. It has to go away. I hope... Try maybe restarting the game. Sometimes it helps. Yeah, this is crazy. I hope you can figure it out, because I don't want the red dot to stop you from enjoying this incredible update. I really hope you get it fixed. Mushroom Manor now updates to reflect whichever biome it's placed in. I know this is amazing change, and I hope they do it for all future houses that has any grass patch on its land. Very good change. When you got a full-time job, me at work, everyone enjoying the update. Oh man, yeah, that sucks. I know a lot of people took a day off to enjoy the updates. That's amazing. Honestly, that brings joy to my heart. With the update expansion coming out, please remember to be kind to others. There will be many new players with varying experience levels of gaming and across ages, backgrounds, so there will be quite few repeat questions posts. Please don't respond negatively. Yes, it would be nice if people searched the sub first, but it doesn't cost you anything to be kind. This time of year is especially hard for some, and a little bit of kindness goes a long way. Excited to play through the new update and see all of the fun that everyone has with it. Thank you! Thank you! Spread the positivity! I love this post! I love this post. Well, this is new. Play healthy. It's recommended that you take breaks from the time to time during your long play sessions. Gameloft probably saw their statistics that people game for hours non-stop, and they're like, that is probably not healthy. Let's tell them to take breaks. Yeah, like anybody's gonna listen to a little prompt on the loading screen. Now that the excuse of it's an early access no longer applies, the game is not in an acceptable state for a full retail release. Alright, let's see a point. I was more forgiving of the game's instability and bugs for the past year, as technically it was still in development. However, not only have we now passed out of that phase, but Gameloft have opted to keep the game as paid rather than free-to-play. In doing so, they're effectively presenting what we currently have as a complete retail product. And by that standard, DLV is atrocious. Game-breaking bugs are abundant, save files reset by hours or disappear on a whim, load times and crashes abound, particularly on Switch, a platform which they just don't appear to be able to wrangle the sucker on. It barely reaches the baseline level of playable on that system. I don't know, I feel like experiences vary. I see a lot of people in the comments saying that the Switch version just got so much more stable and it barely crashed since the update. And of course there's going to be some people who are going to have different experience. I don't think it's indicative of the state of the game as a whole. I feel like they do make really good progress in squashing all the bugs, and I see a lot of positive comments in this aspect. Quests and collectibles can become unachievable via the slightest quirk. Will a memory fall out of bounds? Will you craft something before it's supposed to? Frame rates, especially in the DLC island, can be appalling. On top of that, the general UI is unpleasant. Menus take an age to scroll through, and it's not uncommon for the game to hang on them. The new collection tab is a pain to navigate. Okay, about the new collection tab, I kind of agree. It took me a while to get used to it. I did prefer the old design, but if they're going to keep adding DLCs, I think it's important to have it separated now. So I think it's just going to take some time to get used to it. In short, the game is nowhere near a finished state, and yet it's now at release point where we ought to expect that to be the case. It's being sold physically in stores, for God's sake. We should be judging it now against its retail price peers, and from a technical standpoint, it's horrendous. I see your point. I see your point. It would be nice if Disney Dreamlight Valley was 100% bug-free and completely polished and finished game. That would be amazing, right? I don't think it's fair to... first of all, how many games... I mean, I don't know much about this, but I feel like Switch has problem with most of the games that are like heavier games. We're not talking about something like Mario games. Those are obviously made by Nintendo for Nintendo, but like games that are released on all the platforms that are more modern, I feel like a lot of them struggle on Switch. I mean, I don't have a Switch, but I hear people saying that Disney Dreamlight Valley runs about the same as most other AAA Switch games. So it's not just Disney Dreamlight Valley that has this issue on Switch. And also, I play on PC, and I don't have pretty much any issues since the update. Not a single bug. And I hear people from other consoles, I mean, they're moving in a positive direction. Is the game completely bug-free? No. But there is a lot of AAA games that have bugs. I don't know. I'm not trying to defend them. I know. I wish we had less bugs. But there's also, I feel like Switch should share the blame. They haven't upgraded their device in years. It's highly outdated. And developers have to jump through a lot of hoops to even make their games playable on Switch, which I honestly don't know why the Switch wouldn't just release an updated Switch version with a better hardware that can actually run some of the modern games. That would be a good... That is why Steam Deck, I feel like, so popular, because it's way more... It has way more modern hardware, and Switch is just waiting for something. I don't know. Is the game near the finished state? No, it's not, but what would be the alternative? To just keep the early access status? What changed, technically? I'm curious, what is the difference between the game being in early access and the game technically getting its full release? They're still working on bugs. They're still releasing content. The game is never going. The game is never going to be in a finished state. If you compare it to some games that have like a finished storyline, for example, Spider-Man 2, that game is finite. It has certain story, and once the story ends, the side missions, there is nothing to be added to it. So they can keep fixing bugs in the upcoming patches, and most of the games they do release bug fixing patches years after they've been released in the first place. But this game keeps evolving. They keep adding new mechanics, new features, new quests constantly. So of course it's gonna keep introducing new bugs because they're adding completely new content. And the fact that it's a full release game, it doesn't really change that. So I agree with this post. And obviously a lot of people agree with it as well. But I feel like they're doing a great job communicating when the bugs are found and releasing timely fixes for those bugs. So I feel like it's if you are one of those unlucky Switch players who just have their save files disappear every hour, like that sounds horrible. You probably shouldn't play the game at the current state. That honestly sounds super scary, but I feel like those issues are extremely rare, as far as I know. Anyway, let me know in the comments, if you're a Switch player, did the game become more stable, or is it now worse after the update? I'm genuinely curious. Most disappointing part about the DLC, both Scrooge shops have the same inventory. Also, the buildings look the exact same. Yeah, I guess that's true. I would love for the buildings for Che Remy and the Scrooge store to have a little bit of an ancient island vibe. That is a good point. I wish they looked a little bit different. About the stock, it would be nice to have 2 Scrooge stocks, but I don't think anybody expected it. It's just a mirror, so in case if you decide to make Eternity Isle your main base of operation, you just have access to all of the community buildings. But yeah, I hope they release the skins for those buildings in the future. Okay, now this is actually a legitimate issue. I have seen a lot of people complain about it. So apparently you can only... Basically, you get the expansion per profile. So once you buy an expansion on a certain account, if you log out... If you create a new account, for example, or switch to a different account, even on the same device... It seems like it's gonna try to, it's gonna ask you to buy the expansion again. I haven't tested it yet, but I've seen a lot of people saying this. So let's say you have 2 people playing on the same console or the same PC, and it sounds like if they have 2 different cloud accounts, only one of the accounts that bought the expansion will have the access to expansion. Why is this weird? Because, for example, it doesn't work like that with Premium Shop items or the Star Path items. When you create a new account, the Premium Shop items and Star Path items are linked to your platform. So, when I started a new account before for some testing, I actually had access to all my Star Path items and Premium Shop items on that account as well. But it seems like expansion doesn't work like that, so it's a little bit disappointing. Like, I get the platform thing, like if you're playing, you have to buy the expansion on every platform you're playing. That's kind of a normal thing. But why not give people on the same platform, like... But then, okay, I get this. I actually get this. What if somebody just starts making new accounts, activating expansion on those accounts, and just giving it out to people? So basically, you can just duplicate the expansion and give it to lots and lots of people. So maybe that's why. Maybe that's why. Like, it makes sense, but it's still a little bit disappointed for some people who just have two people playing on the same device. Does anyone else not like this new layout? Why do posts about not liking stuff usually get more upvotes than posts about liking stuff? That is sad. I don't hate the new layout. I just feel like we got used to an old one and just gonna take some time to get used to a new one. I don't think it's like ruined this menu. I just think we just need to give it some time. That's how all the new things work. We just gotta get used to it. Yeah, about characters requesting items from DLC. If you don't have a DLC, that's a known bug. Developers have confirmed that it's a bug and it's being worked on right now, so it's gonna get fixed. But to be fair, like, you could still... Usually, it's... Okay, in this case, you actually have all three favorite things of the day from the update. That sucks. Usually, it's only one, so you could still give them two other gifts. But when you have all three, that's kind of sucks. But then again, what is the point of actually gifting characters? You can just wait till the next day and just give them stuff that you can give them. So I don't think it's a big issue. Like, it doesn't disrupt the gameplay in any shape or form. It makes it maybe slightly longer. You're gonna need an extra day to finish your Star Pass duty, but it's not like game breaking. So, and they did confirm that the fix is coming, so I don't think it's a huge issue. Scramble Coin game, as it's implemented, heavily favors the bots. The bots obviously have access to a much wider range of figurines, some of which are obviously better than our starter figurines. Characters that they can move twice, collect coins. Yeah. I will agree with that. You're going to be losing a lot in the beginning. But honestly, I thought it was terrible, but there is a few characters in the valleys that actually have very simple decks to play against. For example, Goofy or Mickey. You can easily win against those guys once you unlock a couple extra figurines. It does suck that you basically have to progress through losing in the beginning. But once you get to about level 30... I feel like at the point where you unlock both Lumiere and Cogsworth and Remy, after you unlock those guys, now I barely ever lose. Those characters are good enough to beat basically all the villagers, most of the villagers. Some of them still have very OP decks, but you just need to find beginner players. And if you wanna be winning from the very beginning, just play against Goofy and Mickey. And then keep climbing the stairs of the rankings and unlocking new figurines. It does feel weird, like the progression in the beginning doesn't feel very satisfying and a little bit frustrating, but it gets better. If you can get through the first stages, it gets way better, so don't give up. I highly recommend Scramble Coin on higher levels. Anyone else going to keep all of their villagers? So the patch notes came out and the features they'll be adding is that you can now remove villagers. I know it's an unpopular opinion, but I actually like Maui. Plus, him and Moana are like the few people of color in the game, so they add more diversity to the valley. So, we're not... Wait, we can actually remove villagers completely, so you'll never even see them around. And I don't see the point. I love seeing villagers around. You need villagers for... Sometimes you just... The more villagers you have around, the easier it is to find somebody to hang out if you're going to do a certain task. The more people you have potentially to play Scramble Coin with for bonus points. I don't think there's any reason to completely hide any of the characters. If you really don't like somebody, then choose the Valley or the Eternity Isle. If you don't have an expansion, then yeah, I guess if you hide somebody, they just will never appear unless they're in the restaurant or in the Scrooge shop. I completely agree. I'm not planning to hide any villagers completely. I might reorganize them so some of them live exclusively in the Valley, some of them exclusively on the Isle, but if anything, I want more villagers. I like having my game feeling very populated. I feel like I'm on the unpopular opinion side of we don't have enough villagers. I want more people. I just wish the houses didn't take up more space than needed. If you have an expansion, you can literally move all of the houses out to the expansion and then just keep all the villagers in the main place. Like it's a good way to organize your space. Now that we have basically double the space if you have the expansion, you can actually make both islands feel very populated, but you can spread out the houses between two islands. So that's a really good fix for this. All right, guys, I think that's all I got for you for today. Wow, we went through a lot of controversial topics today. I did not expect this. I was honestly expecting opening Reddit and be like, oh, I love this in the update. Oh, I love this. This is the best thing. Good update. I love having a lot of quests. I love Eternity Isle. Instead, we got a little bit of controversy, but hey, what can we do? It's Reddit. I guess I expected too much. I guess I was just reading basically the comments mostly from our community, and I feel like most of the people in our community are extremely happy with the updates. So, yeah, Reddit clearly has higher percentage of people that are not satisfied, but let's see how it goes. Maybe they'll fix more bugs, implement a couple new cool features in the next patch, and everybody's gonna be happy again. I really hope so. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for more content, and goodbye.